Awesome.
Welcome, everybody, to the co-op portion of the show. I am hanging out tonight with Sneaky Pete and Electric Sheep City and Blutrane. We are playing some Shudderwock, Charge, Shaman, and this should be pretty fun. We are spectating Sneaky Pete playing this deck on the Wild Ladder. We're currently, it's hard to see because there's videos or our lovely faces covering, but we're in Legend here. Playing this, we probably will encounter some Dark Glare Warlock, so I guess
we may be queued into Dark Glare Warlock, in fact, right now.
So you keep Hagatha and Burlock, I would assume, against Dark Glare, right?
And I just lost you for whatever reason.
Oh, you did just drop, Nate.
No, that's fine. I'll get it back.
I am, and this will probably show the reason we play at a different level of Legend. Like, I am inclined, like, looking at this, I would just keep all of these. And I'd keep all of these.
Polecat?
I keep Polecat because Polecat means that I'm potentially 2 turns away from Reno in this deck, or 3 turns away from Reno. And because he's a 4/5 guy, so the danger there, right, is now I flip my deck. There's a lot of smaller cards I don't see. I don't see Zephyrs ever. I don't see Broomstick ever when I flip it. So that's bad, but I jump right into my win condition cards. So, and I have a lot of cheaper cards. But yeah, that's why in this one, I would tend to keep that card because it's if things are going really bad, maybe I'm 2 turns off from Reno and staying in the fight because I don't have a great win condition against these. So I can Zephyrs and I can look for Wild Growth here, which I think there's a value advantage to that. I'm just sort of torn.
He's probably not Dark Glare if he tapped like that and didn't play anything on turn 1, so you're probably playing against some kind of control Warlock or the worst draw in the world.
He's at he's at Diamond 1. You can gatekeep this guy.
I know.
That's what makes me think that it's Dark Glare because...
Yeah, I think it probably is, and he didn't have the right card. So, in this case, I hero powered instead of jumping because I think I'm going to need...
It's weird, though, because he only mulliganed 1 card away.
Weird.
Yeah, you're playing against some kind of Q block, if I had to guess, or Reno block.
I agree. So, I can coin Polecat and start burning through things, but I think I am just going to sit here and stall for a little bit and be glad I still have a lot of Transform in my deck.
Yeah, I like that you got Hagatha's early, too. That really helps.
Nope.
Oh my freaking god! This is why he's rank 1.
Oh, he's on his way. I was
He's learning.
These are my people. I don't know. I don't.
That's so cute.
He punked us. Joke's on us.
Maybe by design, and so I can. I'm torn. There's a lot of options. So one thought is I coin Doppelgangster because it is a somewhat tempo play here, and it gives me something to fight with them. Sandstorm locks me, but the other option actually that I might like, I can freeze the giant. And
my question is, do you target the giant or do you target the Dark Glare? I feel like almost the Dark Glare is the biggest.
Yeah, I agree.
In that case, do you coin out Scheme?
Right.
Well, so Scheme is going to kill it, but the other thing is I may have a turn coming up if I freeze the giant where I can get 2 for 1 if I get the 4-cost pre-spell. And so I don't necessarily care if they hemorrhage. And I still have Hagatha, so my reason I don't play at High Legend, I'm going to come in, I am going to freeze that, and I'm going to put myself in a position where I can pressure it. I've just overlorded 1, but I can still coin in Hagatha. And I kind of want him to hemorrhage, and then I'm hoping I can hit with Hagatha and then come in with Zephyrs. So maybe not the best strategy, but I've got a little bit of healing.
I think it's a fine line. You're kind of baiting him into going wide because you didn't show him the answer. So, I think it's a fine play. That's the problem. You can't really... There's no right or wrong answer. The right or wrong answer is, did you guess correctly? Right. You took a guess, and I think this was a fine guess to take.
Agreed.
That's why this deck is so stupid.
Yeah, someone's going to tech a deck that can just dump 15 from hand at 5. Well, Loth's still the problem there, but they do look at this life total, right? I mean, like that's
Yeah. Maybe you could Zeph a fireball if he doesn't
Well,
respect it.
It's not likely to. Why is he hitting? It's funny he's hitting me though.
Yeah.
He's learning.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you guys on this.
Or he has enough answers to. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so not a dumb play by any means. So
So we just lose, right? I mean,
No. He only has one
he doesn't
giant
have
out. You could
lethal
always
on
just
board.
tempo rat.
yeah.
actually, that
Polkit.
seems pretty good to me.
Well, I can tempo rat. I also can polkate coin broomstick, and so I can kill his dark glare at this point. Probably I say kill
And
one of
he
those
costs
1/1.
5.
Huh?
You can't. Yeah, you can't coin.
Oh, you're right. Boy. So I think I am tempo ratting.
That's fine.
That's disappointing.
That's
At least he only has one giant.
Yeah, so we're gonna take Dark Glare out. I think that's the right answer here. I'm gonna have
Agreed.
I'm glad we queued
I
into
mean,
this.
him only playing one giant on the Lotheb block turn was this big misplay. Like, he should have figured out. He could have used his pen flingers to kill his own minions to get the other giant out. Then you would have been in bigger trouble.
Well, and I still think even if I no, we're not. Let's see what he does the rest of this turn. But what I should be able to get now is a Zephyrs and then the power word that kills everything 4 over. And so, assuming he can't dump a ton from
Or if he puts himself below, you can
Ooh.
maybe get the fireball if he takes 1 more point of damage.
Yeah, but he might also. Let's see what he does, because I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't do the life steal on my little low 2 guy if he needs to bump up.
He only has 3 mana though.
Well, but he's got
for
Dark
that.
Glare down, so
Yeah.
now his board's full. So what's his plan? Refill. Okay.
To concede.
Oh, he's got space now, so we might have another. I hope we have another giant coming down.
interesting.
Yeah,
Oh.
Zeph won't give you fireball, so
No.
you gotta-
Well, hopefully Zeph gives me the 4 mana.
You might have to
If-
coin
if
first.
Yeah, if you coin first, you get Brawl.
Well, but remember, is Brawl better than the priest spell that kills everything 4/4 or above 4? Or do I not get that from Zep? I thought I can.
No,
you
you
can, but I
You
think
can.
Brawl's probably better.
Brawl would be better because you could also kill the Dark Layer.
But Brawl might also leave an 8/8 on the board, and I know he's got at least 2 more sprint damage from his hand.
I
You
like.
gotta kill the dark.
I
the
think-
dark glare.
I don't know
But-
because you've got Hagatha's.
Right. So my thought is kill everything big, Hagatha next turn.
Yeah, I think I prefer that for me personally. I like Zephyrs into the Shadow Word.
Let's see what they offer.
That
You
makes
might be-
sense.
Let's
Sure.
try it.
It's fine. Again, it can go either way. There isn't a
I could
right
have also
answer.
frozen, but I think that one might.
Nah, this is definitely better.
That's better.
Okay. So I'm still
Because
not.
like Hagatha's not going to deal with 8/8s, right? That's the problem.
Right.
But
Yeah.
maybe it'll be enough.
And like Blutrane was saying earlier, you're basically making a read, and it's whether the read that you're making is right or not is the kind of results oriented, right?
Right.
So the read that you're making and the steps that you're going through is exactly what you should be going through and exactly the reads that you should be making. It's just what decision you end up with is what the results that we'll see.
So one
Interesting.
option I'm going to have coming down on this too, potentially, is to heal bot power if they don't drop something huge and just stall for another turn where then I'm in giant territory. Because I'm trying to keep track of how much damage, so they can hit me 2 more times, which I'm expecting to see in a second.
Maybe not because he won't be able to pull him back.
Well, let's see. Here comes maybe 1 more. No, rush. Interesting.
Yeah, get the heal.
Okay, so now we can double heal.
Ooh. That seems
And I
pretty
think
good to
that's
me.
the play here because now our Hagatha is going to be pretty defensive, right? Anybody?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
seems
You get
right
it
to
to
me as
8.
well.
If it was
Too
only
bad you
single
couldn't get
heal,
the
then I would
cold light
say
either.
Hagatha's team because one pen flinger and you would still be dead. But with double heal, that changes everything.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you're right. And I think now the neat thing is, I hate clicking. I'm sure they know it's sitting in my hand. Now Hagatha's in giant territory.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Which is a reason why I think this deck should run that little 3/2 spell lady, because I think she is deceptively powerful on tempo instead of this 1/3 deal 5 damage.
Oh yeah, the good lists run mini Lothab. It's pretty good. Yeah, Martian Boo is running it. I think I was running it in mine when I was doing testing. I mean, think about it. If he played that, you wouldn't have been able to fish for the Shadow Word Ruin. Like
Right.
it really makes a
Right.
big difference the one turn.
It
Yeah.
does. So, all right, I'm going to Loth or Hagatha's.
You have to. Yeah, otherwise
I
the
don't
thing
have a
could just
choice.
die.
Yeah, I don't have a choice. There's not another answer hiding here. And now I
Do you
think
poke
I'm
out?
going to coin. I think I do, and because that puts me on a 2 clock until Reno. No, shoot, it doesn't because I've got one more in the middle. But it
Yeah,
puts
but if
me
you draw
on
Shudderwock, it'll heal you, so you could do that.
right. So, and that's a good example of where Shudder can be this great tempo survival tool, but lacking a means to get it back in your hand can just hurt.
And Shudderwock will reorder your deck for you again.
It will.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to see these two in a spell probably.
Order lull.
He's digging for his rest of his giants.
Yeah, and I don't know that we're going to see if I've got an answer for that. That's smart. And now we got one more coming.
I don't think so.
Interesting. So they're going to try to finish it up. So
I almost think you
you
have to
could-
play that. I hate to
Yeah,
Oh,
say
you
it,
do. You gotta play
I think
it.
I
He's
do.
one off lethal. One spell and it's lethal, right? Because
he's going to dump
2.
two. Yeah, but
Yeah.
what I'm trying to think the con is I get a perfect card. I won't be able to play it because it won't be 0 cost.
Why don't you play Cold Light and draw Reno?
but ooh, Shutter.
Oh, that's why
Yep.
you're good at what you do.
Well, you're the
Let me
one.
make sure
You're
I'm
the one who
not-
said earlier that
but
that
hold
poke
on.
out-
I'm. It may not be Reno because I have a 6 cost charge guy. So I've got the 7 cost. Draw 3 is my next card, and then I think I have 2 6 cost cards. So it's 50-50, I think, left in my deck. It's 50-50 if we get Reno. Now, if we get Reno, we win the game. If we get Shudder, the other danger is, I think that's still the play, because I think we want to play to win at this point. Shudder buys us a turn.
I think Shudder buys you a turn, but then you guarantee Cold Light into Reno next turn.
You think that's the answer?
I like the safe bet. I do.
Yeah.
You just need to grind this guy out. He'll run out of threats, and then what?
Well, that's helpful. I
Oh,
forgot
and then
about
you
that
froze that too. I mean, perfect, right?
one. Yeah.
And you get a Ysera.
You
well,
pulled out the pen
Tell me when
finger.
your Sarah's coming down.
Never.
I
No,
actually,
you got
I
it.
mean, maybe.
Maybe
Well, this
then-
is where a deck tracker, I think, that if we hadn't got Reno, but I would say normally I would have gone if I'd recognized Cold Light, which I'm not sure I would have taken the 50-50 shot, knowing that I was now 90% likely to win.
This guy's finished. You got him. It's
I
just
think
gonna
he's
be
in
a
rough shape.
slog.
Yeah.
Yeah. You layered your threats well.
Well, and the other
Or your
thing too,
answer.
potentially, is depending on what we get coming off Cold Light now. If we're really lucky, it's actually. Let's see what we get.
It's guaranteed to be both.
Well, yeah, you're right.
But do you even need to play it?
Oh, Reno,
'Cause
I don't
you
need to play. I don't think I have to. What
Yeah.
I was hoping is it was going to be the barista, and then I could dump Shutter back in my hand. That's what I was hoping for.
Do you play Curator here just for the taunt?
Yeah,
Ooh,
like if you
that's
play
a
if you
great
play the
idea.
curator, then you
Yep.
might actually get the
I
barista.
think that is the play. And so she should be
Odds are
next.
50-50 for Lothab and Barista.
Oh, that's true. Yep. But just if I can keep that alive. I mean,
We're
he's gonna
happy
try
to
to
see
go for
this not going
Yeah,
phase.
exactly.
It runs how many giants? 4? Two
It depends.
Two
Usually
flesh
4.
flesh giants and 2 mountain or molten.
Yep.
Yeah.
4 giants. That's it. Some
He's got
people
2
have been
cards.
experimenting with sea giant, but that's really bad.
Is he going face?
Yeah, he is. Oh
He wants
man,
those back.
he's about to be very, very sad. Unless he can
We're
finish
gonna
you
be
off.
rich.
I don't. What could he finish me off with? What am I missing?
Soulfire. Some of the lists run Soulfire.
Oh, that's true.
Most of
And he
them
might have
don't.
2 copies, so maybe that was a.
Well, he would still be 1 mana off for Soulfire, though.
No, it's 1 mana for the.
So it's 1 mana for each Pinflinger.
Yeah, he didn't. He
wants
can't
those
do
in.
it. You're fine.
Yeah. All right. So I think we are about to Reno.
I think we're gonna be rich.
We're gonna be rich.
Make sure to emote him so he insta concedes.
That is a nice sound at this stage in the game. All right. So we're gonna kill his giant and make him sad.
Greetings, friend.
Oh man, if we manage to barista next turn,
We have a barista turn, and we're getting both of those
Oh
back in
yeah,
our
he's
hand.
done.
that's the icing.
And that's the power of Polecat.
See?
We love to see it.
I think this was a better example than you guys deserve, frankly. This is not the dark glare counter. Please don't watch this. This is the answer.
I don't know, man. That was a
win rate
pretty
against Dark Glare.
There was a few turns of touch and go, but everything that you kind of talked about in the podcast about pole count and just kind of how things get sequenced was pretty well demonstrated.
Well,
Yeah, I
and-
agree.
and
There were some really critical decisions there, actually. So
I
Well,
also
and I
really
think I like
the
this-
curator there in particular because then, like, after you played Polkilt, you draw Shudderwock, and then you draw Curator, and then you can guarantee a Cold Light into, 2 of your 3/6 drops, which is probably going to be rich.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, boy, that felt good, didn't it?
Yeah, dude.
All right, I
That was
will.
amazing.
I
gotta say.
I feel bad for somebody that's like crying because of Dark Glare, and then they get wind of your podcast and watch that game, and they're like, "I've got the answer." Because I think I will say, like, I love this deck. I think Reno Priest is a slightly better version because of the AoEs, because of the win condition. I feel like it's got a few percentages on Dark Glare over this deck. That's just my feeling.
So
Sure.
this one has
This has
100%
way
win
more
This is
panache.
style. Yes.
Yeah.
rate. Yeah.
do you have time for one more?
Yeah, I'd love to. Let's do another one. I just queued up, but that's all right.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, no, if
Okay.
you don't mind, that'd be awesome.
No, it'll be fun. The perfect world to be Reno Priest. Nope, this is going to be rough. So, if this is aggro rogue, we're in.
We're game
It's
over.
a game over.
Yeah.
That's not a bad opening.
No, this is
Actually.
a great opening. So I look at this generally. How I'd evaluate this is the only bad thing about Lone is I'm on coins. Now it's a turn 2. I burn my coin, but that's a pretty good play. I've
Yeah.
got Freeze, which hurts them. I've got Sandbinder, hopefully as I get there to pull a Zephyrs. But I have a few elementals in this deck, so that could go either way. Zephyrs gets us the end of the weapon, and then they run a lot of 3/1, 1 health things. So the other thing, Sandstorm, gives us a little bit of clear. So I'm going to take all those.
Yeah.
I totally forgot that Zephyrs is an elemental.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's all kinds
And I
of
actually,
busted.
it's nice you can tutor him a little bit. So this is interesting. So we'll find out.
That is
weird.
quite an opening there.
This is quite a sandstorm elemental.
Hey.
All right. Oh, yeah, I think that is very much a sandstorm.
Yeah, you never
Yes.
coin him out. You don't want to overload. They don't run South Sea Captain anyways, so.
Especially with that Cult Neophyte and Burlock, like you have a good turn next turn.
No, this is, and it's one of, so it is Kingsbane, so we'll deal with that. But and they're going to clear this, not realizing clearing this helps me with my lone champion. But the freeze will be nice, I think. So, oh, geez, well, there you go. So my thought is we either freeze and trade, or I coin and loan. I feel like we may want the coin as we go, so my thought is freeze face. What do you guys think?
I like it. I think you should save the Zephyrs for when the Kingsbane becomes a little bit bigger and he's a little bit out of resources. Yeah,
Well,
you want to try and...
Right. And I mean, even just like I'd like to try to get those to turn 4 where I know I'm going to get the answer I want, which is weapon removal, because Zephyrs has been weird lately.
Yeah. He gives Harrison 2 against Kingsbane, which is pretty okay later game, because you don't have a lot of card draw.
So one option we have next turn, we've got a couple. So we can, I don't know, that Sandstorm should get me an elemental, the one that returns Swell or Boomerang. We also can just go straight to Polkite, because we've got a lot of answers in our hand. It's a 4/5 they have. Oh, well, that's what I want with Polkite.
I think we just dump Lone Champion here.
Yeah, I like the Lone Champion.
You like Lone better than Polkite with his stats. 4/5.
You know,
it is good stats, though.
I think I like Polkelt, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
And then they're going to kill Polkelt, probably, and then I can loan and then combo that with something else, too, potentially.
Yeah,
you're right.
Fight, Zeph.
Get Polkelt online while you have the opportunity. I think
we're going to do. It's good. We're going to see. So we're going to pick up our Shudderwock, obviously, and then the next one is Curator.
Curator, right when you can coin it out.
Yeah, which actually, depending on what they do with the weapon, is
could be good.
You're probably gonna have to play Reno before 9, and then you'll be able to do it again.
Oh, 100%.
Shudderwock. Yeah, so
even
I think
preemptive Reno at 15. Yeah, I'm again not a typical game. A lot of the Kingsbane, it's just too many creatures, too much pressure. But I have found keeping the curve lower with cards that create options can be kind of helpful.
Ooh.
There we go.
Wow.
He's gone. Alright, so they can kill me next turn a bunch of ways. Does Lone Champion stop that?
I don't think
Killing
any
a
of
weapon doesn't
these...
stop it.
Most don't run sap, right?
No. And they all took out Doomerang. If he's running Corbett's list, which it looks like it is, the only card you have to worry about is Eviscerate. I think Lone Champion is probably fine.
Honestly, I like Lone Champion into Zephyrs. Zephyrs might give you weapon removal.
I
think I
like Lone Champion Cult Neophyte because that shuts down a lot of the bursts and stuff.
So I agree too. One option is also Lone Champion coin Zephyrs. Probably gives me the 1-cost priest spell that lets me clear that 6/3 taunt. And that
but wouldn't you rather get an Ooze later or Harrison Jones? Like it feels like
well,
the
he's
6/3 is.
Yeah. Although, but I think at this point he hasn't. He's still got another get his weapon out of his deck. So, all right.
He's got one raiding party and one shiny finder left, and he kind of telegraphed that he has one when he just played raiding party for no reason before.
Yep, he did.
He's either really bad and going to lose for that, or he has another tutor. And I think that, game over all in caps. Yeah, he's totally going to fish it out because he played Buck.
Buccaneer, yeah.
And then we can punish him with the use because then he only has one tutor left. And
it needs a combo activator.
Well, yeah. Unless it's the other shiny finder, but
okay, so there's one of this, right? Because
so it must be the shiny finder because he's gonna.
Oh, now this is interesting. So.
Okay, so it's probably raiding party.
That was confusing.
So is this the time to coin, or is this the time to Reno? Curator next coin and have the coin available for a Shudder if we want it, while maybe blowing the weapon up in the middle.
I think you just dump out Reno. He's gonna have to trade it.
I think so too, and it's only a 6/1 trade, so it's not a.
He'll do it every time. It's like too good to pass up.
Yeah.
And that enables you to coin out Reno on 8 if you need to. Or
Right.
coin out Shudderwock, which has Reno.
Right.
Or blow up his weapon in the middle, and then the coin just sits.
He's gonna fetch it out of his deck. Otherwise, he really misplayed that turn. He just played Raiding Party for 2.
Which is possible.
I guess we're gonna find out.
I mean, you run the 6/1 into Reno Jackson like 100% of the time, right?
I mean,
I would take face.
If he can tutor out Kingsbane, then he's going to trade his face into it to preserve the 6/1 on board.
I would face it, and then that creates a Zephyr conundrum, because even if I blow it up, can he get it back again? Yeah, here it comes. Oh no! What in the heck?
So he just
What?
wow. He just played what a
Wow.
rune. All right, well now I think you just
Curator, right?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Curator.
oh, this guy's good. Wait, does he get charge?
No, because it's the hand size.
Yeah.
I like Curator.
I think I've got another turn still, right? Is my feeling.
Oh yeah, you're still at 22. You're fine.
Especially with the Ton in the way.
Those are some nice pickups.
Mm-hmm.
The horse is gonna be better than you'd think. You're gonna win the joust most of the times, and Cold Light gazzes him, but it's still good to have in your back pocket.
Especially if you can maneuver it so that Cold Light activates the Hogsteed.
He's thinking of face tanking that again. He chickened out.
Now is it going to hero power again because he can get it to 3? That's coming up late. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm wondering, do I Zephyr and clear here? So it's greedy, but I think he's got too much damage potentially. So
I think you might want.
now one option is I armor
Coin
Warhorse,
Reno,
don't
the
get it.
Sandstorm will activate. You'll heal to full.
Oh, my Shudder, but I don't have a way to get it back in my hand right now. So if he tanks
That's
it
true.
up.
Yeah.
So here's my thought: is if I play Armored Warhorse, let's say it doesn't go off, then I can coin Zephyrs and should at least be able to clear this stuff out and buy another turn. And then next turn, if I need to, I can do it. Does that make sense? So even if Warhorse fails, I have.
What do you get for 3 mana that clears?
Well, if Warhorse, I don't even need to
You
clear.
can
I
get
just need to
Fan
kill
of
the-
Knives.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. So I'm gonna hit this. Didn't go, probably because we tied.
Mm.
Tied. That's all right. So I'm gonna coin, and I'm gonna Zephyr. Even if I froze, I think like I'm not gonna die next turn. Oh, what do you guys think? Soul Cleave?
Yeah.
Seems good.
I mean, the healing's nice.
Yeah.
Well, you just wanted to buy a tiny bit of space.
Oh, well, I mean, I think
And
you
now
pretty
it's-
much have to Shudderwock next turn, right?
Yeah, I agree, but I think I feel better about that. Yeah, I think I have to Shudderwock next turn,
He's space tanking another 5.
but it may be a charge Shudderwock.
And since Shudderwock now has the Zephyrus in
he's
it,
lethal.
Is he?
He almost
I mean-
missed it.
No, he's already attacked with his face.
he
He's
did
not
miss
lethal.
it, yeah, because he attacked with his.
Oh,
weapon
he
arm.
did.
Yeah.
Why? He missed lethal then.
Yep.
All right. So and the other thing is, if my Shudder is about to have taunt and charge, but it's not going to be huge, and I don't see a better play. I don't know that I feel I can kill the 5/1, heal for 5, but he's got leeway. I think we're shuddering.
If
this
you
turn.
play Shudder, you'll clear you don't have to trade because the Sandstorm Elemental will activate.
Yeah.
You're right, but if I clear, he gets Divine Shield and Taunt. So that's if I have nothing on the board.
Oh, yeah. You want that.
I think we do in this case.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna fill that.
Lone Champion for the win.
Well, it just makes his life a little harder.
You still
we
clear
get?
too.
Oh, we tied again.
Oh,
Oh,
That sucks.
Ha!
Oh wow. You love to see that.
I forgot. You know, it's one of those
Very
I sometimes think about taking out freeze, but
Give
they
him
have-
a that's incredible. Oh nice, you got Tyrion. Yeah, he's done.
no.
Sorry, I'm a toxic player. This is all Jack Harris's fault. If Jack, you're watching, the emote advice is totally.
All right. Well, guys, again, not a synopsis of I think generally how this deck performs, but fun, varied, and apparently can counter both aggro decks that are well represented in the meta. Wins every time.
100% win rate.
100% win
Tell
rate.
my
I don't
mind.
know. I think you're not giving
Tell my
yourself
mind.
enough credit. There were a few lines that you took that were not immediately obvious, and I mean, you were rewarded for them. I think that's a testament to the deck and the pilot. So,
Well,
don't
man,
sell
I hope
yourself
again.
short.
I would love anytime you guys are willing. I'd love to watch you guys play or have you looking over my shoulder because you definitely see things that I don't pick up.
Yeah, that was so much fun. I love doing this, and I think I agree. It's really nice to talk through these because we all see different lines of play,
Mm-hmm.
and I like hearing other opinions aside from my own too. Because typically, my hot take is not always the best either. So it's very very cool, very cool. I had a blast. Thank you guys.
Yeah, when it's fun, what I really appreciate is you guys have such a good sense of the meta and the decks and the cards, and that's something like unless I see a deck like I always think it's important to play these other decks, but I don't always do that. I play what I like, so it's really fun to have people that understand the ins and outs of some of these different decks and know what's likely in the hand. The read you were talking about, like all the work to help to sort of read the hand, definitely gets you win percentages back.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah,
well, thanks,
co-oping is
guys.
always so much fun. So thank you
Yeah.
very much, Pete, for bringing this deck to us and then piloting us through a couple games. That was a blast.
That was that was absolutely a blast.
Yeah,
Thank you so much
that
for
was a good
coming
time.
on and enjoy your trip or your vacation or whatever you got planned. And so
Thank you, absolutely, man. Blue, I hope that dark. I hope that was pretty cathartic.
Yeah, it was. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and like I said, Shudderwock is absolutely my favorite card. So you repped it well. Thank you so much.
Oh man, guys, have a good evening. It's fun spending this time with you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks again for coming on. I appreciate it. Have a good one.
Sounds great. I'll see you guys.
All right. See you later.
And I cannot wait to dust off my golden Shudderwock with this deck.
Oh, mine is also gold. It's the only correct version that one can own.
I love it.
100% agreed.